introducing, of course, the man that we are all here for today. And first of all, I just wanted to give a big shout out to the amazing team of women that put this event together. So let's just give a round of applause to everyone that worked on this event. The ladies clearly love John Avalos. In fact, yesterday, someone came up to me and asked me who won the best-looking supervisor contest here in San Francisco, and I was like, duh, John Avalos. Clearly, as seen by the crowd here tonight, we're all here to support John. I don't really feel like I need to go over why we're all here, but I just want to talk a little bit about why I'm supporting John for mayor for San Francisco. I've known John for years, since before he was an elected official, when he was an organizer, when he worked for Supervisor Chris Daly. And John is someone who has through and through always been with our communities and our neighborhoods. We know consistently where John is going to be on every single vote. John has shown that he's committed to families, something that many candidates talk about but don't really walk. He cares about low-income families owning homes. He cares about our ability of our young people to attend quality schools. He understands what's going on with the opportunity gap that's not allowing all of our young people to succeed here in the city. And public education, as we all know, is an issue that actually not a lot of politicians and elected officials fully understand. John gets these issues. These are issues that often don't float up on the bubble, even amongst our progressive communities, but John has always been a champion for that. In 2005, John and I worked on making sure that we had a set-aside for violence prevention here in the city when homicides were spiking and nobody was paying attention and just giving lip service to what they were doing around violence prevention and homicide. John was there, John was organizing in our communities, he was bringing people out, and the last thing that I'll say about John is that he believes in coalition building. And that is much more than about himself, much more than about him being in office. He wants to ensure that we're building connections amongst our neighborhoods, from the Excelsior to the Bayview to Viz Valley to Chinatown to the Richmond, to ensure that we're all working together for a common agenda that's about San Francisco. And serving with him on the Board of Supervisors has been amazing. John always asks the question of who benefits from this, which communities are going to benefit from this kind of growth, from this kind of jobs. We often talk about creating more jobs here in San Francisco, but jobs for who and what kind of jobs? Are these jobs with health care? Are these jobs with minimum wage? Are these jobs for people that may not have a bachelor's degree? Those are all the kinds of critical questions that we want someone who represents our communities to be asking. And that's why I'm here to support John Avalos for mayor. So without further ado, it's my honor to introduce the man for this evening, Supervisor John Avalos.
Well, thank you, Jane. It's really great to be here, and I don't generally say this because I think it sounds very cliche, but I feel very humbled to be here right now. I feel extremely humbled to be here among such amazing women. I want to thank the hosts who put this event on tonight for bringing us together for supporting this campaign. This has been truly the most remarkable experience of my life, running for mayor. And I look at the pathway I started, getting into politics, and women were there from the very beginning, and I want to acknowledge that. And again, I want to start off just acknowledging the most amazing woman in my life, and that's my wife, Karen Sapana. Karen Sapana, who probably humbles me the most, almost on a daily basis. Karen, who actually was one of the persons who gathered a lot of our community together to help us decide to run, if I was going to run for mayor. It was actually, I didn't ask her to do it, she did it. She brought people together. And since that time, she has not complained. And she's complained about a lot of things to me over the years. Things that I deserve complaints about. You know, things that I have not done in the home, things that I'm not taking care of the kids as much as I need to. All these things that Karen has complained about, and legitimately so. But she has not complained 1 second about this campaign, and she really believes in what this campaign is about. And that, to me, gives me such a blessing, but gives me such, you know, confidence about what this mission is about. Because if you know Karen Zapata, you know a woman of incredible integrity, you know a woman of incredible passion, incredible deep sense of justice, and she's been fighting for that for years. And years well before I even got to know you, before I saw you skateboarding in UC Santa Barbara, or in a rock band in UC Santa Barbara, or in a rock band in San Francisco, or fighting for social justice, anti-apartheid work in UC Santa Barbara, or all the amazing things you've done, starting Teachers for Social Justice. You keep me grounded, and you make it really worthwhile to do the work that I'm doing, and I know I could not be where I'm at without your support. Thank you so much. And Karen's mom is here. She's in the back. So, Ellen Davis, who... In-laws for Avalos. Ellen Davis, who considers me her good-for-nothing son-in-law. And I quit back, she's my dreaded mother-in-law. And she's a wonderful person. She's given me the chance to see probably, you know, scores of Giants games over the years. She's a big Giants fan. So our colors for the campaign come from Ellen Davis. So I just want to thank you for that. And Ellen's family's here. We have nieces. And Karen's sister, Katie Zapata, is here as well, and Allegra and Sophia, our nieces as well, so thank you, Bert. It's wonderful to be here. I won't go on long about this. I think we're around a bunch of supporters and people who really understand that this campaign is not about me, not about this person who's standing on the stage, it's about all of us. It's about this city and how we can make this city a city that truly represents all of our interests, and not just the wealthy, not just the people who have a lot of education, who have a lot of money in this town, but people who want to stay in this city, people, the working class, the middle class people, the immigrants, the working class people of San Francisco. This is what this campaign is fighting for. It's the heart and soul of this city, and only we and the people we can bring into this campaign can change the face of what San Francisco is going to be all about. This election, November 8th, puts our city at the crossroads. We need to make sure that we take the right path for moving this city forward. And I know that together we can do this and make sure that we have a city that represents the interests of working families. And I think no other campaign, no other candidate truly represents the interests of working families as my family does. I'm working, Karen's a teacher in public school. There's probably a number of teachers who are here in the room right now. If you're a teacher, let's hear you make some noise. And have you ever been a teacher, make some noise? We're raising kids in San Francisco, and there's been so much talk about families leaving San Francisco and why families are leaving San Francisco, and I want to talk about families staying in San Francisco and why families are staying in San Francisco. People talk about deficits and what the city lacks, and that means why families are leaving. I want to talk about our assets and why families are choosing to stay here. We have incredible assets in this town that we need to make sure we can build upon to keep families here. Our education system, we need to build more affordable housing, we need to make sure our economy truly represents the great diversity of our people who have skills in this town to do construction work, to be contractors, to do manual labor, to work in our restaurants, and to work in our tech industry. But really, first and foremost, we need to be making sure we're creating jobs for people who live here first and foremost. My politics is about bringing people together. My politics is about collaboration. My politics is about transparent government. And we need to make sure that our government can be transparent in the future. What happened on January 4th when we elected, we wanted to appoint interim mayor who wasn't even in the country, who had not even told people that he wanted to be interim mayor, is a travesty for democracy in San Francisco. I think we can stand for something better, and my campaign, our campaign, truly represents those interests. And I want to work with you to make sure we can bring true democracy, transparent government back to San Francisco, where neighborhoods and people can have a voice to shape our government for the future and our destiny as a city and county of San Francisco. Thank you very much.